Call now for the 2010 Steiner Tractor Parts Catalog, featuring the largest selection of new aftermarket parts for your antique or classic tractor.
On this episode of Tractor Fanatic, we'll finish up our tour of Mike Thomas's Hillbilly Farms in Evansville, Indiana.
Now what about this babe right here? This one's got to have a story to it.
This particular truck came from a place called Leopold, Indiana, up by Tell City. The reason I bought it was that I got my license in one exactly like it, someplace in there about, what, 62, 61. Todd, the boy, my son here, he was about 4 years old, and he rode in the floorboard and looked out the windows. We drove it home.
Is that right?
It had been hand painted with brush. This particular model was what was used on this farm to haul produce to Evansville. That was my dad's truck.
Man, that's great.
And, so we took it, I took it and overhauled it, pulled the motor out, tore it all apart, and I have a lot of pleasure out of convincing people that Moline made motors for trucks, which they didn't.
Well, I saw that, and the first thing I thought was, I was like, now you're kidding me.
That's just fun.
That's great.
That's fun right there.
That's great.
When somebody walks up to it and goes, well, I didn't know that Moline built motors for trucks. This is the fun part.
That's great.
This truck is the model like I got my license in years ago when the driving instructor wouldn't even let me drive it. He said, you drove that to Evansville? I said, yes, sir. He said, you passed.
That's how they used to do it, wasn't it?
That's how they used to do it.
And what do we got over here?
Okay, this tractor here belongs to Lloyd Sander. This is a GB. This tractor probably came out of Kansas, but it's a beautiful restored model, LPG. It had the 403 cubic inch motor. It was used in the plain states. The big fenders kept the wind from blowing the sand across the operator.
Yep.
That's why the big old fenders, because see, you rode down behind it.
Yeah.
This particular tractor was bought brand new right here in southern Indiana and used right across the river in southern Illinois. And I was talking about Corey Spady a while ago, that he became an engineer for Case IH in New Holland. This was the project that he fixed up as a young man to fulfill the Americana 4-H project. We only have that in Vandenberg County.
That is great.
But this was their grandfather's tractor. They bought new in, I guess, 56, maybe 57, something like that. But that's been a Spady tractor, Bob Spady, and then the Spady brothers. And now, does it say Corey? Yeah, Corey on there, Corey Spady. This is a tractor that belongs to my family. It come off from the Quick Farm in Odin, Illinois. We bought it on an auction 4 or 5 years ago, and an auger had fell across it. And you can see the dent in the hood. We straightened it out, got another fuel tank for it from the stalls and from Allen, and just a nice little small tractor.
That's a good little tractor. Now, yeah. These colors, they range in different yellows.
Years, different years. The early Prairie Gold you're looking at. See, that's the late 40s and 50s.
So Prairie Gold is that color? Because I keep seeing the Prairie Gold signs.
Then in the late 60s, they started the yellow. See, more of a yellow.
What do you like better?
I like them both.
I like them both.
Now let's see, this particular tractor here is Elmer Bakey's, nice original, just not been redone, just someone took good care of it. Elmer takes good care of it.
It is in good shape, look at it.
The sheet metal's fine, somebody took good care of it. They didn't abuse the grill. They stopped when they should have. They didn't run into anything.
They stopped when they should have.
And that tractor probably came from out west also, like in the plain states.
That's just from the heat.
That's heat, that's right.
Right there.
And this one belongs to Craig and Patty Williams out of Burnt Prairie or Crossville, Illinois area. They're just a nice, beautiful Moline.
I like this stamp.
Yeah, hasn't been rained on and kept inside. He put a new set of tires on it, and I think it had a cab on it, and he took the cab off and kind of changed it to his wants and needs.
Man, what's better than new tires? New rubber is just awesome.
Tires have become very expensive. We're looking at $1,000 a piece there, not counting the rims even.
Call now for the 2010 Steiner Tractor Parts Catalog, featuring the largest selection of new aftermarket parts for your antique or classic tractor. With 45,000 square feet, Steiner Tractor Parts makes every effort to have your parts in stock. Call 800-234-3280 or visit steinertractor.com.
This particular tractor is quite history. This is a very sought after.
That's four-wheel, right?
Because of the front wheel assist. This particular tractor is used in the bottoms over around what they call Turkey Island, Great House Farms over there, Rib Air Island. Have you ever heard of Rib Air Island off of New Harmony, across from New Harmony? Carmi. But this tractor was bought new, and the boy that owns it now, after the gentleman that owned it passed away, I think just a couple miles down the road, he got to buy it and stayed in the neighborhood.
My favorite tractor was that big Oliver, the one with the dual stacks on it and the big fat tires.
Craig Patty Williams owned this tractor, came in from Crossville, Burnt Prairie area. Again, the Oliver, I think it's a 2255. The hood doesn't show it, but they're working on it. But it's got the kitty cat motor, 3208 cat. Nice tractor, big tires. He's working on restoring it.
That's a beast.
Built his own exhaust manifolds. Nice rig. He'll just a nice, what we call muscle tractor out of the 70s, early 70s. I have no idea exactly what year it is, but we're glad it's here. Only Oliver we got, which was owned by, White built, White Motor Company. That's what.
Yeah, because they bought Oliver.
Right.
Right.
Right. White ended up buying Moline and Oliver and Cockshut and maybe some more models, and then closed up. So that's why these are all collector's tractors.
Yeah, as soon as they close up, it goes through the roof.
This particular little Moline was owned by Bill Beckey, and now he has deceased, so it's his grandsons. Devin
Cooper. Got the front end loader on it?
Got the front end loader. It's a Jetstar 3, late model. Well kept, good rubber. It's also his planting tractor. He can take this loader off in a few minutes and go right on planting.
Yeah, it doesn't take long.
But the grandson now has it, and his Uncle Elmer brought it over here for him. So, but it's a nice piece. This particular 900 is an LP. See the round tank?
Yep.
Liquid petroleum.
So it's propane.
This is propane, liquefied petroleum. Nice, well kept inside. Somebody bought that new, thought a lot of it, took good care of it, didn't abuse it, tear it all up, scratch it. And this is a sister to the Vista over there. It's being a diesel. This is again, this is a gas. And notice that the LP tank is in the hood on this one. When they built the Vista, they put the tank behind the seat. And then notice how much higher it is. These,
is it higher just because it's bigger, or is it for a different
No, the operator's platform, they went up here and it's rubber filled, and so it was easier on the operator. They got a better seat. It's cooler to drive, cooler by temperature. See this tractor, you're kind of down between the fenders. The engine heat kind of comes around and keeps you a little uncomfortable in the summer. This job, they said, okay, we got to get one up here that's higher, cooler to drive, basically the same size motors, although this might be a 504 where this might be a 421 or something, 425 maybe. But well, that's a 504 also. But
so they got the same motor.
Basically the same motor, LP, but the Vista had the console, had the higher seat, had a tilt steering wheel, more comfortable.
Okay, so we got to have a great day. We got to come out in here and hang out with Mike, check out all the tractors, check out all his buddies' tractors. We got to eat barbecue. We had homemade chicken noodle soup, drank a little wine, and now I'm done for the day.
On our next episode of Tractor Fanatic, we're heading back out to Carl and Don Vilwalk's farm to check out more of their classic tractors.